Hi Virgo, and welcome to your reading. If you are a Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this reading is for you. I already feel like we're going to have a really good month for you. The vibe going from the previous video to you really just went up, which, I mean, that makes sense. September is kind of your month. So, and we are in Virgo season right now. So, we are going to use two different tarot decks, and then we're going to use four oracle decks, and we're going to first get an overview, a general, just maybe the general vibe, maybe the big thing that's kind of playing out this month. We're going to get some oracle cards, and then we will use the last deck to look at love and relationships, career and finances, and health and spirituality for you. So let's go ahead and get started. I will also be playing music in the background, so if you hear something and you can identify what it is, you know, it could have a message for you, it could have a, that could be a theme for you that month. Or if something is catching my attention, I will also point it out to you. And then, yeah, that's really it. So let's go ahead and get started. I do offer personal reads if this isn't quite enough for you. And also, if you are here for one of your big three, of course, go check your the other videos to get more of a picture of what's going on for you this month. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay. We have the Emperor coming out with the Eight of Cups in reverse. So that's Aries energy and Pisces energy. Okay, are you going to jump out too? Yeah? My lord. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles coming out with the Hermit. That is card number 9. That is Virgo energy. Eight of Pentacles is also Virgo energy. The Emperor is card number 4. Are we going to get another pair coming out? This is the first one. I think the other videos, like, it was 3 or 4 cards, not this crap. But let's see. Am I going to make a big mess? No. That's very ASMR-y. Okay. And then we have the Seven of Wands. That's Leo energy. Okay. So to reiterate, we have Aries energy, Pisces energy, Virgo energy twice. That is you. Leo energy, we have card number 9 and we have card number 4. And 2 of these cards have 8s on them. I'm also thinking very specifically of the infinity symbol. I don't know why that's coming to mind at this moment. All right. So the Emperor coming out with the 8 of Cups in the reverse. I feel like you're having an issue wanting to walk away from something, and it's because you feel like you built something. You feel like you built something, but with the Eight of Pentacles and the Hermit, it doesn't give you satisfaction anymore. It isn't the beautiful thing you once thought it to be, I feel like. And with the Seven of Wands, it classically means being on the defensive, but I'm not really feeling that you're really on the defensive so much as you're not on the defensive with other people. You're on the defensive with yourself. And it's because logically wanting to walk away from something because it doesn't feel right anymore, that's not really a thing you do. Okay? Especially with the Emperor card here, like if you built something yourself, you built something with your own 2 hands, or you really found you grew up into a position, or you grew up into a role, or you worked really hard to get into a leadership position, It's kind of like your intuition is telling you it's time to go, things are not working out, but your pride is almost preventing that. And the Hermit being in reverse, so rather than you being in a place of introspection about why it doesn't feel right anymore, because the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is, it's like you're banging your head against a wall, okay? Because there's a point at which things are no longer perfect, and I know you have a really hard time swallowing that, Virgo. You do. But you're hitting your head against a wall. It's not getting anywhere. And rather than being introspective about, like, maybe this is a symbol that this is not for me anymore, or maybe there's something that I need to change internally, rather than being introspective with the Hermit here, he's in the reverse. So you're just kind of hiding from it more than anything else. There is a truth right in front of you and you kind of don't want to see it. And maybe that's what the defensiveness is about. Like, maybe people point it out to you and you just are having a really hard time letting go of the vision. But it's to your detriment, because typically with the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups comes right after it. And the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. You walk away from something in order to get something else. The only way to have more is to let go of less, okay? And I don't feel a fear from you. I feel a frustration from you. I'm thinking of, first of all, Love Don't Live Here Anymore by Gloriana is playing at the moment. Or no, it's not Gloriana, it's Lady Antebellum. Love Don't Live Here Anymore is playing right now, which I don't think it's meant as literally in your case as it is in the song, but like, you built this beautiful thing, but you're not in love with it anymore, and you're not ready to see that. Okay. I'm just gonna say it. The position you're in right now, you don't love it anymore. The thing you built, you don't love it anymore. And there is no point in consistently, like, putting everything you have into something you don't love. Giving up isn't shameful. Walking away isn't shameful. We have seasons. Okay? I was having another thought and I lost it. It'll probably come back to me. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm sensing for you, Virgo. Let's get some oracle cards and see what else we have, though. Okay? Oh, that's what it was earlier. Okay. I'm not getting a sadness from you. I'm getting a frustration from you. Because you haven't yet figured out that if something isn't for you, it doesn't matter how much work you put into it. And that's a very difficult thing for you to swallow, Virgo, because if you are good at anything, it is work. It is daily, consistent work. It is, when you have good routines, like, no one has good routines like a Virgo has good routines. A Virgo that looks after their health, well, no one else looks after their health like a Virgo does. Cleanliness, no one quite does it like you, now do they? Okay. And putting in the hard, consistent work, the hustle, the grind, being able to do that day in and day out, really no one does that like a Virgo, okay? if something's not for you, honey, it's not for you. Okay? Like, it's not a failure on your part. The universe, and you do believe in the universe on some level if you're here, but the universe has another plan for you. And with our human vision, we can't see everything, right? Okay. Moon lore, ebb and flow. So this could be like you could be needing to start working with the moon to help you see the things you have a hard time seeing. She's asleep, so you could need to sleep more. All these rabbits too. Just all these rabbits and all this blue. Blue could be a special color to you at this time. Rabbits could be a significant symbol for you right now. Another sign got that. So if that pops up for you in two of your signs in two of these videos, you really need to be on the lookout for rabbits. You need to be following that rabbit there, Alice. I'm thinking of Neo in the Matrix. I'm thinking of like how it took a couple times to get him to finally go visit Morpheus and take the pill and to let go of what he knew to be reality. Like, it took a couple times. Like, shit had to get weird for a minute. And maybe you really resonate with that character right now. Wake up, Virgo. Wake up. Okay? Break yourself out of the matrix. You're already partially broken out if you're here. And you know this life is not all. You know the things you see in front of your eyes are not all. One of you needed to hear that. Okay, so since I've never pulled that card before, that's card number 23, by the way, we're going to read out of the book. We're going to read together with True Cat. Okay. Also, ebb and flow, that again gives me that feeling of seasons changing. Something was for you for a little while, and it's not for you anymore, and you're having a hard time letting go of it. Okay. So, Lady Moon sends her hair to you as an intermediary, a link, a thread of light calling you back to your source. She is tangible and yet elusive, like a dream remembered on waking. She is in this world, but also runs through the timeless worlds of myth. She communicates with the moon and understands her mysterious ways. Lady Moon calls you to also commune with the moon. Feel her influence in your life as she waxes and wanes. As you begin to resonate with her, you may find a reconnection to your inner being. The cycle of her being forms a pattern in your life. In our world today, we are all expected to constantly perform in a high energy way, but nature has a rhythm and pattern that ebbs and flows. We are all part of that natural pattern. Here comes with the reminder from Lady Moon of her energetic flow. Become attuned to her rhythm and you may find more harmony and ease in your life. The time of a new moon is a time to be still, which the new moon this month is in Virgo, by the way. Reflect on what you would like to manifest during the month ahead. Keep a notebook to record your wishes and dreams. During a waxing moon, Lady Moon's energy increases. This is a time of creativity and productivity. The intentions formed during the new moon begin to manifest. A full moon indicates a time of high energy. It is a very powerful time. A waning moon indicates a time of decreasing energy. This may not be the best time to start something new, but is rather a time for quiet withdrawal, a space in which to contemplate and reflect. I am receptive to the energetic changes of the lunar cycle. As far as possible, I organize my life to be in harmony with its pattern. So, again, the new moon in September is going to be in Virgo. The full moon that we have coming up at the end of August, tomorrow actually, it's in Pisces. So Pisces being your opposite, Virgo, I always encourage people, honestly, like if you're going to work with the moon, especially for releasing and calling new things in, you need to look at your chart to figure out what house everything is in. Okay? A really powerful way of working with the moon cycle is to look at the new moon. What house is that in? This is the thing you're calling in. Look at the first quarter moon. What house is that in for you? This is what you need to, how you need to take action, or what you need to take action on. Full moon. What house is that in? That's what you need to release. Third quarter. That is letting go. What do you need to like fully, actually physically let go of in order to have that final push in the energetic release that you had on the full moon, right? And then fourth quarter moon. What do you need to reflect on, typically in your inner being? What did you learn? What did you learn about yourself? Okay. It's very significant to me, Virgo, that we are doing your reading and we got the card that literally symbolizes you in the reverse. You need to get more in tune with yourself. Okay? You need to get more in tune with yourself. You need to figure out what you need to release in order to bring good things to you. If this isn't working out, it's for a reason. The Path to Decay by Cyrenia is playing right now, and it's just, I don't know, it feels in tune with the vibe, if that makes sense. Heart, 24. Interesting. A romantic relationship, because this is a romantic relationship. Like, this card is not interpreted in any other way. So a romantic relationship could be coming to a head at this time. I feel like you're not walking away from a relationship necessarily. I don't feel like that's true for most of you. Like, maybe a couple of you are. I feel like more than anything else, a romantic relationship might start at this time. You might start talking to someone. You might go after someone that you previously had wanted to. I feel like for some of you, like, maybe this thing that you're walking away from, like, maybe it's in the way of this. I don't know why I'm getting that. I feel like that's only a couple of you. I feel like for some of you, like, what you need to be looking at, what you need to be introspecting on is, because the Emperor can also be the father. The Emperor could also be the father. So for some of you, maybe what you are struggling to walk away from, to let go of, is not something that you've built. Maybe it's something you learned from a father figure, like a not, it would be something that you've recognized as not healthy. It would be something that you've recognized as somehow in conflict for you. Give me 1 second. Someone's about to knock on my door. Okay, that was interesting. That might seem weird that I was like, someone's about to knock on my door. I have really big windows, and the place where I record, I kind of sit in front of them, and even though I have the shades down, I can see when someone's walking up to my front porch, so I didn't want like the knock to interrupt the reading. But okay, that was cool. One of my friends just dropped off flowers for me and a little card saying how much he appreciates our friendship. That's very sweet of him. Um, and you know, I'm gonna take in the timing of that. Like maybe you have friends that you need to just pay more attention to. Maybe you haven't spent time with them in a long time. Maybe there's a friend you miss a lot. Maybe there's a more than a friend that you miss. Or someone that you want to be more than a friend. I don't know. I kind of lost the flow a little bit, so we will try and get it back. I hate when that happens. Damn it. All right, we're gonna pull from the Moon Oracle. And see what else we got. I also feel like a lot of lo-fi music has been playing in the, like I named a couple songs, but other than that, a lot of lo-fi music is playing in the background of your reading in particular. So you might be listening to a lot of lo-fi in September. I don't know. Maybe you create lo-fi music. That'd be cool. Maybe you create music as a hobby and you need to just like walk away from your 9 to 5 that you secretly hate in order to just pursue your dream. Okay. We have 11. Wow, my dreams reveal that magic is real and anything is possible. Wow. Pay attention to your dreams. What am I telling you? You need to pay attention to your dreams. Keep a dream journal. Pay attention to the moon. What is she trying to tell you? Wow. What was I saying earlier? I was saying something earlier about the father. Okay, that's what it was. You might have a maybe not a great relationship with your father that you need to reconcile with. Maybe you picked up a habit or a trait from him that you think you can't let go of. And Spirit is challenging you to at least try this month. Especially like if it's something that it's in some way in conflict with other aspects of your life, or you see or your intuition's been telling you, but you think that you can't. So maybe the frustration, if it's that, something like, I don't know, generational trauma, your frustration might not be at, I don't want to let go of this thing. Your frustration might be at yourself, being, why can't I let go of this thing? Don't be mad at yourself. Don't be frustrated at yourself for being human. Okay? Don't be frustrated at yourself for having flaws and being human, because really all you do when you're angry at yourself for stuff like that, you're just perpetuating the unhealthy thoughts that have been given to you. When we have harsh thoughts towards ourselves, when we have criticisms towards ourselves, those didn't come from us originally. They came from somewhere else, and we internalized it because it was super painful, and it was how we had to survive that moment to internalize it. And then we just keep yelling at ourselves. Especially if that person is no longer there to yell at us, we just keep doing it for them. So, I just got scolded for opening the door because I wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to be a surprise. Whatever. But yeah, so like if you have a tendency towards really harsh criticism towards yourself, that's something else that you need to cut out. You need to cut that out. You need to keep a dream journal. You need to start following the moon. You need to become a whole ass hippie, okay? That's what I want you to do this month, Virgo. Become a whole ass hippie. All right? Kidding, but not kidding. And fall in love with somebody, or let someone love you. I don't know what your situation is. We haven't gotten to that part of the reading yet. Garlic, repel, interesting. Garlic is also sacred to the goddess Hecate. I bring her up because, well, first of all, garlic always makes me think of her. The other thing too is you might want to work with her. She is strongly related with the moon. And Hecate is one of those goddesses that she is not judgmental. She requires dedication. She definitely requires that, which is something you're capable of. But she has a lot of times in her mythology, people who are lost or disowned, she just scoops them up. Okay? I also personally really associate Hecate with Wednesdays because she is a goddess of wisdom and magic. Wednesday is typically associated with Mercury, and your sign is ruled by Mercury. So that all kind of fits together in a weirdly synchronatic way. Okay. That's a lot of cards. I was telling you too that you need to cut out the criticism, the harsh voice. You need to repel that crap. And if there's people in your life who also talk to you harshly, you need to repel them too. Throw a fucking garlic bulb at them. Make sure it hits them right in the eyeball. Okay, that's how you'll repel a bitch. Oh, I don't know why I'm being so savage. But seriously though, Virgo. And eat some garlic. Garlic bread is delicious. All right. So, yeah, I feel like you need to really be paying attention to your dreams, really be paying attention to the moon, the way she moves. We have rabbits, we have number 11, 24, 23, 4, 9. Any of those could be significant numbers to you. So let's actually take a look at your love and relationships and see if that is something that's happening this month. I mean, the heart really insinuates it. Considering everything that's going on in your life, unless the connection that you want to go for is pretty solid, or unless you're already in a connection, if you're already in a connection, pay more attention to it. If you want to go after someone and you already have a pretty solid friendship with them, again, go ahead and do that. If that is not the case, like if you are still getting to know someone, I would say keep it on the talking stage right now with everything else going on in your life. Okay? But go back to that. That's way too many. I'm not taking all that. Holy shit. Just one. Oh my god. Okay, this deck. Again, I had a bunch of cards just fall everywhere. This is not how I live my life, Spirit. I don't just throw cards in the air. This is not 78 pickup. Let's try this one more damn time. Okay. Maybe we really needed to shuffle them. They just really needed to. Love and relationships for Virgo, please. Thank you. It came out like that. Page of Wands. All that green is just sticking out to me. And the blue in that card stuck out to me too. And Ten of Swords. Interesting. So maybe a couple of you are I feel like a couple of you are possibly going through a breakup, but it's not one of those like highly dramatic breakups. It's not one of those breakups where you don't know it's coming. If you're going to go through a breakup in September, Virgo, you very well know it's coming. You've been feeling it. But so the Page of Wands is the creation of something new. And Ten of Swords is the end of a painful situation. I'm not saying you're necessarily leaving someone for someone else. I'm not seeing that. I did say maybe we don't have the Four of Wands here, but maybe there's been a romantic situation that's been in a really painful place for you. Like maybe you and that person aren't talking very much right now. There's a lot of confusion. Maybe you've never told someone how you feel. Yeah, like I'm getting that like maybe there's someone that you have feelings for. You've never told them how you feel, and somehow or another, like you two are constantly getting your wires crossed in terms of communication. It's starting something new in order to end something painful. Okay, and this is honestly shoot your shot energy. I feel like if you have feelings for someone and you've never told them how you feel and you're just kind of constantly in your head, Spirit is telling you that instead of just constantly torturing yourself trying to figure out what this person feels, just go for it. That's what I'm getting. And either way, you are going to either end something painful, because not knowing is far worse than knowing. Not knowing is 10 times worse, because you're going to make up all kinds of silly shit in your head in order to just continue to torture yourself and continue to keep yourself in a place of stillness. So, on the other hand, if, the sky doesn't fall down and the person is receptive to you, then you are now creating something new. But yeah, so again though, like, don't just make that fit. Don't. Her reddish pinkish hair is just sticking out to me. But yeah, Spirit wants you to shoot your shot this month. Shoot your shot, and best case scenario, the person returns your feelings and you can have something la-di-da in your life. Something new that you created so you can walk away from something that you were struggling to walk away from. Worst case scenario, they don't return your feelings, but now you know. You know. It doesn't have to be this big, horrible, dramatic thing. Okay? I feel like because this is such a there's no nuance to add to this. This is pretty clear. And then the heart was only one little thing with this big thing. And it feels like all these little things that don't feel interconnected, but I think they are, because I think you're going through a dark night of the soul. And I think you are seeing that you need to overhaul your life, but you're really resistant to it because you spent all this time creating a life and now you're going to overhaul it. And I think more than anything else, Spirit's trying to give you guidance as to like what things you need to focus on this month. So you don't get overwhelmed and you don't overthink, and you actually just do shit. So whoever this person is, shoot your shot. After that, don't worry about it. Okay? Bring up the things that you need to bring up. Have the conversations that you need to have. Okay? And start paying attention to your dreams. What else do we have here for career and finances? I want to know if this has to do with a job that you're not walking away from, or maybe it is something in your health that you're not walking away from. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I would say a lot of you are thinking about leaving a job. We have all these shadows like just casting over the cards right now. I'm so sorry. Oh, and the flash isn't helping. Not really. This looks so creepy. So yeah, some of you are thinking about leaving a job, but you're really only in the thinking stage about this right now. So yeah, this is about a job. This is mostly about leaving a job. I feel like too, like for a lot of you, like you might be in a place where you're like, if I leave this job, I don't want to, excuse me, if I leave this job, I don't want to leave it for something similar. I think that might be where some of your resistance is coming from. You don't want to leave it for something similar. You might want to do something else entirely, and you just aren't sure what. I feel like for a lot of you too, listening to your inner self is not something you're used to. Let's see what we have for you for health and spirituality too. I feel like your reading has now taken the longest, which is funny because the reading before yours, Leo, was the shortest, and now you're the longest. Page of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords. Interesting. So with the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords sitting in your health and spirituality sector, I feel like paying more attention to your health or paying more attention to spirituality is definitely a new thing for you. And with the Queen of Swords, you are going about it in a very choosy manner. Like, if you're getting more into spirituality, I don't see a bunch of you suddenly deciding to join a church or a synagogue or anything like that. Like, I feel like a lot of you, if you're getting more into spirituality, you're going to be picking up texts on your own, meditating on your own, watching YouTube videos, stuff like that. If you're getting more involved in your health, again, same idea. Like, I don't see you joining, a group. I don't see you joining a class. Maybe you're going to a gym, but you're not going with anyone. Or maybe, you're doing yoga with Adrienne on YouTube. You want to invest more in yourself. That is very clear, but you still don't want anyone telling you what to do, necessarily. So, that's good. There is clear indicators that you're wanting to invest more in yourself, which is, again, these pieces seem disjointed, but I don't think they're actually disjointed. If anything, you're just kind of trying to I feel like your body has been trying to tell you things for a very long time. And right now, what you're focused on is fine-tuning your listening skills. That's what it is. I think for many of you, getting into spirituality is solidly getting into it is very new for you. If I remember correctly, your tarot scope last month that I did for August, I think I did touch on, again, you were starting to get into spirituality last month. I think last month was more you were becoming more open to the idea of it, and now you're like, okay, let me dip my toe in. What does this water feel like? Which, yeah, go slowly. Figure out what works for you. Figure out what resonates. And stop talking to yourself so harshly. I'm going to say that in every single Virgo video until I stop doing these. But yeah. All right, Virgo, that is all I have for you. It felt a little all over the place, but that's fine. Go ahead and check out your other readings to get a more full look at your month of September. If you want a personal reading just to kind of tune in more onto different things, get more answers, my email is in the bio. I only charge $20 an hour. And besides that, have a great month of September. Happy birthday to all of you. And I will see you again soon. Be good, be safe, and love and light to you. Bye.